Hey you guys, it's Aria. Welcome back to another escapism educational video, and also happy System Pride Day. If you guys don't know, System Pride Day is a day to celebrate multiplicity. It's a day to celebrate systems of either DID or OSDD, which is otherwise specified dissociative disorder. And that one comes in many types, and because I'm not sure of all of the multiple types right now, I'm not gonna go into detail about explaining them, but basically it's a catch-all for those people like myself who do not have all of the symptoms to meet the criteria of DID, but have some of them, such as very defined alters. Because I do not have an official diagnosis, I will not ever claim myself as having anything, and that's what this video is going to be about. And that's why this video is titled the way it is. It's not meant to be harsh, it's just meant to clear up something. The thing about things like this is that most people who get diagnosed with disorders like this, it has to be done by a therapist. And so when you go in and you get diagnosed for anything like DID or OSDD, it's automatically kind of assumed that you will be quote-unquote treated for the disorder, aka either a system goal of integration will be set, or you would need regular therapy to help manage communication within the system. We do not have this problem. Our system is very, very, very well defined. Yes, we have background partners, but we also have the main partners, the main three, which you've already met. And it's a place of safety, and there is, like, no problems with communication. Yes, I do have my anxiety relapses, and some of my partners have to reassure me that everything is going to be okay, but for the most part, I'm actually pretty stable right now, which is much more than I could say for 2 years ago when I was doing escapism content originally. So I think that's why it makes it a lot better to do escapism content and make things easy to understand for people. I, however, do not think a diagnosis is necessary to do this, because were we to go to a therapist and say that we have these symptoms, they would test us and honestly probably diagnose us with one of the OSDDs, and then it would kind of be a case of, now what? As a people pleaser, I would automatically expect that that the therapist would be like, okay, so do we want to treat this? How do we want to move forward with this? If I could just go to a therapist and get a diagnosis and that would be the end of it, then that would be fine. But I know that a lot more would be expected of me if I were to do this. I would be expected to go back, and I'd be expected to be quote-unquote treated for something that doesn't need to be treated. It's fine the way it is, and we're safe the way we are. None of my partners cause me any harm, and they are all extremely good with me. PC is, of course, a little new, so he doesn't know everything right away, but he's getting there, and it's amazing to watch him. Whenever I have a new partner, it's amazing to watch how they learn about my environmental headspace, and they adapt to it in such a beautiful way. And so what it boils down to is that would we like the validation of a diagnosis? My partners would, absolutely, because I'll admit there is a little bit of a level of fear whenever we make new videos, because it's a very we often will wonder if you guys are thinking in the back of your minds if these are people, or whether they're just imaginary friends of mine or something to that degree. And I'll tell you that this is much more than pretend for me. It's very real, and by extension, they are very real. PC, Aries, First Prize, they all are wonderful for me. They are wonderful to me, and they are their own individual people. If my family didn't have a history of alcoholism, then Aries would really like to be explorative with different types of alcohol where I would not because of my family history. And so we've had a conversation about that, and Aries fully respects that entirely. And so what this honestly boils down to is we are happy the way we are, and while it would be nice for everyone to have the validation of, okay, yeah, we can actually be alters, we can actually be real people, at the end of the day, we don't need it because we're secure in who we are. We finally feel safe, which is something I haven't been able to say in a while. And for the almost 100% part of us, we're okay. We're doing awesome, and it's an awesome feeling to know that everything is looking up and we're able to make this content and not be scared, because I've been very fortunate to have all of you who are extremely supportive, and we all just love you so much. Will you see future videos from everyone else again? Absolutely. But please understand that while we are not diagnosed, that doesn't mean we're less valid, at least I think, and we will never run around claiming we have a certain disorder. That has never been our mission, and it never will be. We are our own individual people. We really enjoy our own individual things, but by the same token, if someone chooses not to validate that because we don't have a diagnosis, that's fine too. We're secure in who we are, and that's the important thing, because a diagnosis would mean quote-unquote treatment, and we just don't need that. We're perfectly fine. I hope this video made a little bit of sense to you. I do have another one coming out probably later on tonight that you guys are really going to like, but for now, I will say, everyone, please remember to program yourselves to desire your own image. We all love you, and we'll see you soon. Bye!